Hey, what's up? It's AstroAddy here, back at it again. Today we're doing Meal Prep Mondays. I think I'm gonna continue to do this series and post on Mondays, give people some ideas of what I eat for lunch as a plant-based person. So this week I'm using a recipe from. I printed her recipe out. You can just read it really quick through the ingredients. But it's from, can you see that? It's from the Viet Vegan. On her YouTube channel, she did make this recipe a few weeks ago. And, but she did it in a pot. I'm going to use the Instant Pot because I think it's quicker and my Instant Pot cooks better than most of my regular pots. So, and then I made a few changes. I'll link her recipe and then I'll tell you what I changed in the description box below. So, without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so we're gonna get started. I have turned the Instant Pot onto saute. I don't think you can see it that well. And if I move the camera, I'll never get it back to this angle. So, just believe me. The first thing we're gonna add once it gets hot. Right here I have got some onion, carrots, jalapeno, garlic, and then some I don't know what you call it, but it's ginger. And then we're gonna toss that in and let it all saute, but it's not ready yet, so. So I'm gonna toss that in now that the pot's hot. Instant pot, hot. Anywho. Yeah, it's very hot. I thought I lost an onion. And I'm just gonna saute the vegetables just a little bit. Since I'm gonna pressure cook it, I'm not gonna let them get too soft. I'm gonna toss in a little bit of salt and pepper, just because to break down the, well, that's loud, to break down the onions a little bit. And then pepper because, I don't know, I feel like when you add salt, you should add pepper, right? No? Just me? Okay. And because I'm doing no oil, I'm going to add a little bit of water right now to keep it from sticking too bad to the bottom. So I'm just going to let that get a little bit soft and try and maybe get some color on the onions a little bit before we throw in everything else. Oh no. What that in the ceiling? PC piece thing? I'm gonna let that go, and I'll be back. I'm gonna come back. All right, so I think without oil, that's about as good as I'm gonna get. Let's start adding the rest of the stuff. I have got some potatoes here. These were like a few small potatoes, like 3. And I've got some barley and lentils. I kind of mixed them together again because they both needed to be rinsed. This is like a rice rinser, and I just rinsed them until the water went clear. And I'm gonna to start adding the seasonings now before I add any of the rest of the liquids. So I've got onion powder, and I eyeball all my seasonings because everything gets onion powder. Almost all savories get garlic powder. Garlic powder, even though I know we added garlic, but you know, you can never have too much. One of my favorites. Turmeric. This sucks. So like, sorry, I got a little vigorous. I'm gonna add just a little bit of adobo. This is one of my favorite multi seasonings, all-purpose seasonings. And I forgot to bring a spoon. I'm gonna go grab a spoon because I need a spoon for two things. I need 2 spoons. All right, let's try this again. So I'm gonna do about a tablespoon of this, the vegetable broth powder, because I just like the way this one tastes. It's like lighter. And then 2 tablespoons of the Better Than Bouillon reduced sodium vegetable base. Oh, I love when the jar's brand new. This is my soup, so get over it. And in a second, I'll just you'll see. It's because for a teaspoon of this tomato paste, except I guess it says ito paste. I don't know how much I have, so we're just gonna squeeze until it seems like a teaspoon. That seems teaspoony. We got that. Add a little bit more pepper at this point, just because. And now the wets. I've got 1 can Hunt's fire roasted blah blah blah. These diced tomatoes. I use fire roasted because, well, that's what I like. And then 1 can of petite diced tomatoes. I don't know why, but I like these ones better because they're like smally chunks. So I always like to do a mix of 2. So there's that. I'm gonna give this a stir before I add the water because I need to know how much liquid I still need to add. I'm gonna say a lot. Alright, so the recipe calls for 5 cups, but I messed with the ratio, barley and lentil. Anyway, I'm gonna do 4 cups, maybe somewhere between 4 and 6. We'll see. Let's see how much we can add into here. Silence that. Okay, now I'm gonna do what I said I was gonna do with the spoon. Every time I spoon out the bouillon paste, I always take the spoon and just like, because we ain't wasting no ingredients around here. You feel me? And then, oh, a little bit more water, just till we get up to. Alright, that much. So that was 5 3/4. Now, I'm going to stick the lid on. Oh. I'll have to turn it off first. Okay. Make sure you set your thingy to seal, or else you're gonna be kind of upset. Oh no, I forgot seasoning. Wait a second. Okay, so I've got some of this Montreal steak seasoning. No animals were harmed in the harvesting of this seasoning. It's just for meats. Well, I guess usually for meats. I like it because it's got some crushed red pepper flakes and some other stuff in it. You can read. And I'm gonna add a little bit of smoked paprika for like a smoky flavor. And last, but probably not least, some cumin. Give that one final stir. And then I'll let this pressure cook for like 20 minutes and see where we get to. And there we go. So see you in, okay, so when you cook with the Instant Pot, basically it has to come up to temperature. So it'll do this and it'll tell you it's on. Once it comes up to temperature, then it'll count your 20 minutes. Then I normally let mine naturally release, and that takes like another 10 minutes. So let's say, see you back here in like 40 minutes. Okay? Okay. All right. I'm getting a little impatient. So I'm just gonna do this because it's been like 15 minutes. It's been fucking naturally releasing. Like, god damn. This is the rest of the tomatoes from the thing. I just wanted to add them. And let's make sure nothing's stuck to the bottom. And I'm gonna stir in this kale. Except maybe not that piece because it's scary. So about altogether, this took about an hour, I guess, which isn't bad for like a soup, especially a soup with barley in it. Well, let me not speak too soon. Let me make sure the barley's actually cooked. And also, I like to take like a potato and, yep, perfect. The barley's cooked perfect. The seasoning, perfect. This is just, as the happy pair would say, this is like a warm belly hug. Well, I said that kind of ugly, but anywho, this is delicious. I'm gonna portion this out and give myself like a small bowl just for now, because it's not dinner time. This is my meal prep for the week for lunch, but anywho, I will be back, and maybe like I'll show you guys how I portion things and things. Alright, this soup has turmeric in it, so I'm using my stained mold. I know I shouldn't use plastic, but hey, it's what's affordable. So when I'm divvying out soup, I like to give it a stir between each like portion, just to make sure that every bowl gets a nice equal amount of everything. And I'm gonna speed through this because going to do this series called Meal Prep Mondays, and I think this will be part of it because this is what I normally meal prep on a Monday. So this will be, you know, Tuesday. You can't see this one, but Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Lunch for the rest of the week. Anyway, I'm gonna clean up and all that jazz, and I will see you guys in the outro. Alright, so that recipe came out really, really good. 10 out of 10, would recommend, 10 out of 10, probably will do again. This winter weather has me craving like soups and warm, delicious things. So if you're interested in more videos like this, what I meal prep on Mondays, subscribe down below. Also, you know, like, comment. That's not a comment, like a comment. Comment down below. Do things down there. I would really appreciate it. So, thanks so much for watching. And I will see you guys next time.